Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Tim Odell with Odell Complete Concrete. Here we are on part 2 of this backyard concrete pour. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure to go back and check that out. We got concrete just showing up and we're about to pour out this backyard concrete patio. Alright, so it is the concrete pouring day. Right now what we're doing is we're getting set up for this type of layout. Let me show you guys really quick on my phone. So this is what the homeowner wants on the side yard. This type of pattern. And then for the little pie-shaped shed slab in the back, something like this. So what we're doing is we are just getting our lines all marked out. Our lines marked at 3 foot for the lines that run all the way vertically, and for our horizontals we're getting all of them marked out. So the pink one represents the 3 foot, the green one represents the 6 foot, so that the joints are offset. We did that all the way down so we can see exactly what we're looking like. So as you can see, we did pre-mark all of our joints just to make it easier as we go down and start to cut in all of our joints. And then what we're doing here is we got some form oil and we're spraying it on our steps because we're going to be stripping these same day, facing them, and then also to get a nice broom finish on them as well. Same thing with this little concrete curb right here. We're going to oil the whole face of the curb side and then strip this as we move down on this curb. So we got about 4 finishers here today, plus Shane. And we got a lot of finishers for this little side yard and jacuzzi slab because that side yard's going to have that 3x6 square pattern going down the whole side yard, so there's gonna be a lot of joints, and we want to make sure every single one of those squares come out really nice. So we're basically gonna have 1 finisher on this slab and the 3 others on the main side yard area with the drains. Here's a little wooden bowl float going across the little jacuzzi slab right now, floating out the surface, bringing up that cream. And the rest of the guys are all going to move to the side yard. We're pouring out the little concrete curb first, just so that we can get this to stiffen up a little quicker so we can strip and face that. There's the little sewer clean out pop-up I was talking about in part 1. So hopefully you guys have seen part 1. And then we are lifting up all the rebar as we move back on the slab as we're pouring it out. That is mainly Shane's job. It's just lifting all the rebar up, making sure it's not on the floor. So if you're worried about the rebar not being in the slab, believe me, we always make sure. And even though I do show us lifting up the rebar, I'm still going to get a comment about it. I know it. I know I will. Now as we were moving down, rodding the side yard, we did leave a little bit of a hole, but Juan showed me a nice little trick right here. You put a little bit of concrete in the front of your bowl float, flip it in real quick with a quick pullback, and it drops the concrete in front of the hole. And then you just bowl float right over to fill in your hole. Pretty cool little technique. I don't know if any of you other finishers have ever seen that little move before, but I thought that was a pretty cool technique. So
don't get her nervous, Carlitos. Don't get her nervous. You're on camera, okay?
This
You're on YouTube right now.
time.
We're on YouTube right now, Carlitos.
Now this was a personal choice from the homeowners. They wanted their joints to be cut in at even spaces, all heading towards the corner of the slab. So all the joints eventually end up meeting at the corner of the slab. Now I know that might look a little funky to most of you because a lot of people don't cut in their joints like that, but at the end of the day, it is the homeowner's choice, and that's the way they wanted to do it, so that's what I'm going to give them. And then here we are running the string line all the way from the front to the back to snap in our joints with the string line. And like I said, these are going to be 3-foot divided rectangles. So they're 3 feet wide, 6 feet long. And they actually are going to be painting over this whole side yard concrete slab as well. And I believe they said they're going to be using bare concrete paint. The area we did work in was in Newport Beach, and I love this area. I think it's a very beautiful area, but man, I think there was about 10 to 15 planes that went over us just within the 4 hours we were here to do this concrete. So a lot of planes are going over this this housing track area next to the John Wayne Airport, actually. If you live in the area, you definitely understand, because those planes are loud. But here we are now on the side yard, getting ready to start going down the complete side yard and putting in all of the joints that are going to be running perpendicular to our joints we just put in. And we're using this 2x4 we cut to length to be able to fit across the whole slab evenly, so that we know our joints go in nice and straight. And if you're curious about the joiner we're using, it's a 3/4 inch depth by 1/2 inch diameter. And then if you notice, what we did right there is we had a margin trowel and we just stuck it to the very bottom to make sure that joint does not continue through to the next slab where we're not joining, since it's going to be an offset pattern. And then as we go down to joint all of our slabs, we are going to be hitting the concrete curb as well, putting a nice edge on it. Alright, so here we are finishing up the little jacuzzi slab, giving it a nice light broom finish. This isn't the 50/50 horsehair broom, but it is 100% nylon. And this one does give concrete slabs a really nice broom finish. Of course, you got to get the timing right, but it is a nice broom. So over here, the whole thing that the homeowners wanted to do was kind of make it look like a sun at the tip of the jacuzzi slab, and each jointed area looking like a ray of light shooting down from the sun, because they are going to be painting those their own colors. And this is what I was talking about, how important breaking up these joints are.
The joint's gonna crack the other.
Yeah. So he's using his margin trowel with a hammer right on the joint, since our joint doesn't follow all the way through.
what they're doing is breaking the concrete all the way to the very bottom so that joint does not run through. Very important. Very inteligente.
Muy importante. Really like. Okay.
So this is the final pass on this concrete slab, and as we are going down, we are making sure to put our margin trowel through each one of those joints to break those up so they don't fall through. And then we're also getting a really nice light broom finish on this concrete slab. Here we are on the steps, the last little bit we were doing, using our hand brush to broom those steps. And overall, this job came out very beautiful. And it's going to be even cooler too, because the homeowners are making their own custom look to each one of these slabs. They're going to be painting each one of those rectangles. It's going to kind of be like a Palm Springs vibe going on. It's going to be like pink, yellow, orange, a bunch of different colors going on. The homeowner actually did send me some pictures after they did have everything painted. So here are all the pictures they sent me. But that about wraps up this job. Hope you guys did enjoy the video series. Make sure, if you haven't seen part 1, to go back and check that one out. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate the support. And stay tuned for more Odell concrete videos. Thank you for watching and have a good one.